Okay, hi guys, I'm back today. It's Saturday, yay! I have been, well, let's see, you can kind of see. I've been working on my sun wall, see my sun wall over there, and my fairy garden. Because midsummer is less than a week away. And so I need to have all my stuff ready for the fae. And I'm working on my altar inside and then figuring out what to put on my outside altar. So I've been working on all that today, but I wanted to come on because I didn't get to come on yesterday to do summer solstice spread as we're getting ready for summer solstice next week, which I was going to tell you too. Summer solstice actually falls on Thursday this year. And you know, some people are very strict. I probably will be doing some kind of ritual, something on Thursday when I get home from work, but I plan on celebrating the solstice on the weekend. So, you know, don't feel like you have to do it on that day. A lot of times I will take off of work and I actually do it on that day. But because I have to do that for a lot of our holidays this year, I couldn't do it for everyone. So summer solstice was one that came on a Thursday and I just couldn't get there. So, you know, don't feel like you have to do it on that day. I do all kinds of stuff, you know, to prepare, to welcome the fae all this week, and then do kind of a ritual probably this weekend. So don't feel like you have to do it, you know, on Thursday alone. So this spread actually comes from the newagehipster.com. See that? And here, I will let you pause it there if you want, give you a nice good look at what the spread is. So this is just called the Summer Solstice Spread, and it was one that was kind of just a nice easy spread. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards only. So I thought it was a nice, you know, easy one that seemed to go along with the spirit of what summer solstice means to me. I'm going to be using my, can't believe this totally flew out of my head, Druidcraft. And I think this is the last time I will be using my Druidcraft. I'm going to be trying to, I believe, probably tonight. I've given up, even though I'm not great at trimming, and it's going to take me a long time, but I think I'm going to trim. It's just too big, and I adore this deck, but I do not use it enough because it's so big. It's just so big that I don't use it enough, and it's a deck that I would use a lot more if it wasn't so big. So it makes me worry a little bit about one of my newer, the new favorite decks that I got was the Next World. I love the Next World, but again, it's so big that I'm like, shoot, is that going to deter me from using it sometimes? I hope not. I'm also going to pull, if I feel the need to pull an oracle card. This one is the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle deck, and it's such a beautiful deck, and I don't use Colette Baron Reed. I don't use her decks enough because sometimes I think they're a little frou-frou. But when midsummer comes around and it's all about the fae and sun and good weather and growing things, and I kind of pull out some of those frou-frou decks for a while because I really enjoy them when it's this time of year out. So without further ado, so we're gonna do the very middle card here is your source of light. So your source of light for this summer solstice. I'm gonna start with the Druidcraft deck here. Is the Four of Swords. So that is really funny. So my source of light for this summer solstice is rest. Which is funny, I was just messaging Jennifer Ball back and forth this morning, and I said, you know, I've been so tired. I don't know why, like if it's my iron is low again or something, But like, I didn't get up till pretty late this morning, and I just have wanted to sit around. Now I did end up, thank goodness, completing some things. My husband was like, all right, come on, let's go, let's get this done if you want to get it done. Thank goodness, because otherwise it would be one of those days that I just sat here and didn't do anything, and then I feel horrible at the end of the weekend. I'm like, wow, I had all this time this weekend, I didn't do anything. But I have been so tired. I could go upstairs and take a nap right now. I've been so tired lately. So obviously, I need the rest. Okay, so we're going to go bottom left here. The keys to abundance for this season. And I'm going to go with the Druidcraft. I think I'm going to use the Oracle for the 2 upper cards this time. So the keys to abundance for this season. Is the 7 of Swords. That is interesting. That is my key to abundance. So really, it's, for me, this is about what I just said about today, kind of buckling down and saying, okay, I really just need to get to work at this, not, you know, go around and feel sorry for myself and feel like, but I'm so tired. I don't want to do it. I really just need to move my ass and get myself up and moving, and you know that this is not a pity party here. It shouldn't be. So bottom right is how to create future success. And again, we're going to pull from the Druidcraft. And wow, all swords. Talk about air energy abounding. So this is the Prince of Swords. And the question is, again, my brain is horrible sometimes, how to create future success. So again, this really tells me to create future success. The Prince is all about that energy of motion, of thinking about this is what we need to do, and then bringing it into action. I need enough rest to make sure that I am able to do all this, but not too much. I have to, sometimes you just have to get out there and go to it and bring your energy with it. And that thinking suit of swords is, I just really need to push forward and get some stuff done. Makes total sense to me. So now the top 2 cards, like I said, I'm going to be pulling from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck. Reward yourself for this. What am I rewarding myself for this summer solstice? The Phoenix. Resurrection. Surrender to change. Surrender to change. So I'm rewarding myself for saying, finally, look, I know that this is what my path is, which is a very great amount is about my shop, and surrendering to that and knowing that that's the path that I'm on. And sometimes I get caught up in, you know, I'm still at work where I'm doing mammograms, and it's frustrating sometimes to be doing mammograms when I know that the end goal is this, but right now that's where the path has led me, and I need to continue to work towards my goal, but that other job, that's what I have to do to get there. And finally, the Divine Masculine. So in this summer solstice, one of the things that I really try to keep at the forefront of my mind, I include in my altars, as a matter of fact, there's one up on, the green man is up on the board there. You can see that one right above the blue colored one is the green man. And I involve Cernunnos in my rituals all summer, green man and Cernunnos, Hern. I always involve the masculine side, especially in the wintertime. It's much easier, I mean in the summertime, it's much easier for me to involve that male energy for some reason. In the summertime for me to bring that in, because, you know, it's the joining of the male-female energies. There's a lot going on in the summertime. So, the Divine Masculine is the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. Now, I have talked about this before. in a couple of videos recently about looking in that reflection and not judging so much what I see. And in acceptance, and isn't that very masculine to some degree? Women are very hard on ourselves, and we have a hard time accepting what is. And I'm not saying again that I need to forget about being healthier or all that kind of stuff, but I do need to stop and first accept what is. This is me. This is the me that is, and be able to say, okay, I want to do this. I want to move forward. Some of that masculine energy is get up off your ass and do it. My husband cracks me up sometimes because I'm like, well, I'd like to do this and I'd like to do this, and he's like, okay, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm talking about doing it. And he's like, come on, what are you doing? I went inside to get something earlier when we were working on my sun wall. And he's like, so what are you doing? I said, well, I'm uploading some pictures. He's like, well, that's not doing it. Let's do it. And then you can upload some pictures. So that's very good. That is a lot about the divine masculine. So, summer solstice spread. It is coming. So that was a great spread, guys. Hopefully you are finding your own ways to celebrate the summer solstice as we come the daytime and the nighttime come into balance. We celebrate the sun though, because here it is, summer is here, and it is time to really celebrate that sun. So I hope you have a blessed weekend and everything's going wonderful for you. Blessings, guys.